We have somebody special in the studio.
Yes,
we
we
have
did.
Leo Stay Trill. Yes, in the building.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. How you feeling?
Steezy.
I like it. I like
it. You're welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
And you are welcome to Nigeria.
Thank
This
you
is
so,
your
so
first
much.
time here.
Yeah, active.
Ooh. You've been active since you dropped. I've been on your page.
I've been
Today you were
outside.
asking, "Oh, did I moisturize my face?"
Ah.
Yeah, he was like, I said yes.
This is the kind of guy.
I was like, I like a guy that likes it, that is into his skincare.
You
Yeah.
have to be.
Yes.
You mentioned a show a while back that you absolutely love Nigeria. You love the weather, and it's really cold in the UK. Why is that?
Like, the cold in the UK, I just don't like the UK, man. The vibes in the UK are terrible. And
Yeah.
considering, like, I travel a lot. Like, even before I came here, I went LA first.
Yeah.
I was at home for maybe, like, in the UK for one day. Then I came straight here.
Yeah.
And it's like, here is where it's like, out of all the trips I've taken,
Yeah.
this one. And I'm not even here for long.
It's been lit.
I love it, man.
I love it. And he's about to tell us who Selena is and why by Felicia.
Everyone always asks me this. There's no Selena. It just sounded good.
Yeah.
I don't know a single Selena in my life.
Okay, so you're just trying to rhyme.
I promise.
It worked out.
I promise.
All right, so let's start from the beginning, because you're here in Nigeria. Some people listen to you for the first time. Your name, Leo Stay Trill, but then you've gone through a couple of names, right? You had officially Leo or something. So how did you? Is this your final form?
That's it. I'm locked in with this name.
Right?
can't change it.
Why did you change it before?
Because officially Leo, like, cool. That was like when I was way younger, and it's like,
Yeah.
it was kind of just my tag on Instagram.
Yeah.
But then I had a couple of music moments with that name, so it kind of had to stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then when got a bit older and was like, nah, this is dead, man. Like, that's for when I was like 13, 14. Like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Leo Stay True. I just like it because, cool, I'm someone that's really big on loyalty as a person.
Okay.
And obviously, to be true to me means to be true to yourself and real to other people.
Yeah.
So true and real together is true.
Yeah.
Stay true, and it's just something I live by. Just to be real at all times.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
Apparently we're talking about how that you changed your name when you were a lot younger. You're still really young right now, and I think I saw a video of you performing at age 10 at the Voice UK, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Kids. Yes.
And you absolutely brought the roof down. A lot of people were there. They saw you perform. You did absolutely amazing. So how come music started for you at that very early age?
You know what it is? I feel like it was just, it's a talent. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that developed. It was just always, when my parents would see, okay, cool, even to the fact of I'll be getting in trouble in school because my grades are good, but I'm not always focused. I'm always writing something else.
Yeah.
Lyrics. Or I'm always staying after school to rap to people, or there's massive groups of people watching me rap in school. Like, it was just something that when you see it, you know, okay, cool, my son's going to be like this. Or this guy's going to be like this. when he's older. And it was kind of just inevitable for it to happen. Like, I didn't really have my eye on anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just what it was. Took it and ran with it, and it's just been development.
Yeah, since then. You also, he just spoke about the Voice Kids, the UK, and then there was the KSI Popping Challenge as well. And that was all happening 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
But then you put out your first official record in 2023. What song was that? Was that Honey Bun?
Honey Bun.
Yes, wasn't that 2023?
2023,
Yeah, so
yeah.
between 2021 and 2023, what were you doing? I'm sure you put together a team. How did that work out for you? You know what I'm saying? What was happening during that period?
Me being honest, nothing was happening except what I was doing from all the years before. From when I was like 7, 8, I'd been producing and teaching myself how to do stuff. But my whole journey was literally just me learning and
Okay.
just getting better on my own. So between 2021 and 2023, it was just me in my room, rapping on beats, recording it, because I had already taught myself how to record.
Yeah.
So I knew how to do everything. Just doing that. 2023, previewed Honey Bun.
And it went off.
Just took
ended
off.
up with my team.
Yeah.
Built my team, and now we're here with the same team that I started with.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, do you still produce your own music? Can you produce your own music? I know you can record yourself, but can you produce yourself as well?
I can, but I stopped. Like, not stopped, but I've kind of taken a step back.
Okay.
I'm not as hands-on as I used to be, but when I'm with producers, I tell them how to do it.
Yeah.
So I might be like, okay, cool, this sound like this now, but I hear this, because like I feel like my real strong point that like not a lot of people can really see me in is my ear for music.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that I can hear, I'll hear that no one else can.
Okay.
So I'm not physically the one that's pressing this and that and the third anymore, but it's like I'll have the vision and I'm just telling the artist how to paint it.
Okay.
That's how I look at it as.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, you're a superstar. And then your school as well. Are you done with school at the moment?
I think it's about to end next month.
Next month. So
Yeah.
how do you balance that? You know, lifestyle, superstar, hanging out with all the, you know, celebrities, and then you have to turn in an assignment the following morning at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you navigate both, you know, being in school and then still doing this music thing for real?
You know what it is? I think now it's a lot easier because my teachers actually know who I am.
Okay.
And all the students know who I am. But I feel like it's just communication. Like they get how serious the stuff that I do is. It's not just a hobby. At first it was a problem because they're thinking this kid is missing school that he's legally signed to attend.
Yeah.
To go and do a hobby. And but as time went on, they're just seeing how much like this isn't anything small.
Yeah.
So now it's just communication. If I need to go somewhere, I need to fly out. I just tell the head teacher.
Yeah.
I need to go. Hey, no worries. We'll sign them off, and I go. Come back.
And there's been such amazing transition from the guy, I mean, clearly who started off with the Voice UK Kids, and now you're now the guy who manifested going to getting nominations for the Mobo, and you have 2 nominations right now. How did that happen? How did you know you were going to get these nominations? How did you manifest it to being true?
You know what it is? The Mobos is always going to be one of the most like pivotal moments for me, like because last year I went to the Mobos with my manager. My manager took me to the Mobos.
Yeah.
And I was definitely the youngest person there. I was like 17. I'm there in this massive arena. I didn't even know what the Mobos completely was. I'm just there. And I'm just looking at everything like, no one's taking no pictures of me. They don't really know me.
Yeah.
But, you know, you like, for that year, there's the men of the hour, the people that are upcoming, the trending people. So I'm just watching everything, the red carpets, performances. And I was just like, I don't understand what it is. Then to fast forward a year later, I'm now nominated for 2 and I got to perform at the Mobos.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's God. Like,
How did you feel performing Pink Lemonade on the
it was
stage?
amazing. That performance is probably one of the best performances I've ever done.
Yeah.
The Mobo's performance. Amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
You mentioned that, you know, if there's anybody you would absolutely love to work with, well, as at the time I saw the interview, it would be Ashake, and you're in the country now. Have you made contacts? Is that in the works? Momo, Alpha.
You know what it is, yeah? Like, that's someone that you can't just get. But I'm very, like, I feel like I'm close.
Yeah.
Because, like,
But didn't you open for him
Yeah.
at the O2?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, but that wasn't, but you know how it goes, like, that doesn't directly mean, he might not even know who's opening for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I mean in a sense of from then up to now, I'm close. Like, I work with all his producers. I'm in contact with people that are from his team. We have cameramen that I've worked for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just getting way closer. So at some point, it will happen.
You still
At some
posted
point.
him yesterday that someone link me, please.
Oh.
He did. He posted it on his story.
Oh, wow.
Because people don't understand, like, the way that I study his performances.
Yeah.
No one gets it. Like, the whole 7-hour flight here, all I did was watch his O2 performance.
What do you love
Wow.
about Ashake's performances?
His ability to control his tone on stage.
Mm.
And, like, his voice is crazy. That guy has an insane voice. But the ability to actually sound like the songs on stage as well. Controlling it, but still dancing and still... Just his whole swag, like, trust me, I've taken a lot from just watching his performance over and over again.
I love that for you. And it's interesting because your sound is very like, you know, you have a bit, you're leaning towards drill, then you're leaning towards Afro as well.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like some Afro drill
Yeah,
type
that's
fusion.
what I
That's what
call it,
it's called. And I'm kind of interested when if you do happen to jump on a record with Ashake, are you going to be leaning more towards his style or are you going to be leaning more towards your style?
Probably more to his. Only because my tempo is a bit too fast. So I can't even really imagine him singing. And we don't want him to rap.
What do you don't want him to rap?
It's not like we haven't heard him rap.
Yeah.
Rapping, so like, I'm more of someone that can actually do everything.
Yeah.
If I need to do the melodic stuff, I can do it. But it's just the world hasn't heard it yet. But I can do it. And if I want to rap, I can rap too. So I don't mind letting him lay out how we do it. And I'll just follow suit the same way.
Okay.
But,
That would be interesting to get to see. But I remember Kemi mentioned that she was asking, you know, if you still produce your own songs. But I also heard that you also, in some cases, have directed your own music videos as well. Does that still happen?
yeah, but obviously, like, I'm really technical with stuff. Like, I might not even be doing the most to direct, but it might be like they send me a treatment for the music video. Nah, change this scene. Everything's cool. Everything is cool except for this shot that you guys have planned.
Yeah.
Like this instead. This. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not completely directing the whole thing top to bottom, but I have a say in a lot of the stuff because I can see how I want it.
Do they feel like you're a difficult person to work with since you always have your own input with regards to what goes on with your videos and your songs?
I don't think they find it difficult because people say they like it. It makes it easier. But even if they find it difficult, like, bro, you're paid.
That is
like,
the
well-
most blunt answer I've ever heard.
It's like, it doesn't matter.
I pay you.
I still want it this way.
I paid you to do it. It's my product. Just follow suit. That's it. And there'll be no issue.
Man, like, you've had bare songs go viral on TikTok. Pink Lemonade, Honey Bun, and now Selena. You have the one with Tion Wayne now. I see you doing that dance on TikTok. How would you say that TikTok has really helped you connect with your fans and basically for the proliferation of your music as well?
TikTok changed my life. Like, obviously, we're in a time where it's not like how it used to be with CDs and all of this stuff. And a lot of people like to bash TikTok, but TikTok, use it correctly, you can change your life. And TikTok's done that for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people blow up in different ways. Sometimes it's just by word of mouth. Sometimes it's through cosigns. Sometimes it's through label. Mine was just TikTok. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to take it to a global scale.
Yeah.
But,
I like that you acknowledge that because it's usually, I don't make TikTok music. I'm not like, but I like that you actually acknowledge that it actually has helped. With all of the songs out now, you know, you're popping, Mobo nominee, performing on stage. You just performed at Homecoming as well. How about the project? I hear that at some point, I think there was a tentative name, Life Not Average.
that's actually the plan for my next project.
That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Not this one. That
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out. That's for something even bigger. Because right now I'm going to
Okay.
put out an EP.
Oh,
Okay.
Life Not Average was just an idea that I had, but I want that to be like either a mixtape or an actual album. But what I'm about to put out is a small, like an EP.
Yeah.
Just a small body of work
Okay.
to give to them. But I'm planning to call that Home Alone. And I'm calling it Home Alone only because of the fact that in the past year, every time my manager would call me or anyone would call me and ask what I'm doing, I was always home alone, like making music. My parents working from early until late, so I'm always home alone. And during that time when I was home alone making music last year, it ended up being my biggest year musically. So, Home Alone.
I like it.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who are curious now as to the kind of influences that you that shape your music. I mean, Kemi Smalls had mentioned that you do a bit of fusion. Some people even say your genre is unorthodox. But who would you say in the music space is such a huge influence for your career?
Honestly, no one. But I'm saying that in the sense of I've just had phases of different artists. So just take it as a little bit of everyone that's ever been hot or had hits in the industry.
Yeah.
I just listen to what I like. You get what I mean? But right now, obviously, it's Mr. Money with the vibe.
Yeah. I have a question though.
Yeah.
Starboy that is it a nod to Wizkid or is that something else?
Do you know what it is? Cool. Do you know, like, I think about this all the time and I've waited for like the time when I get that question like live, right? In terms of Starboy, right? Cool. First of all, shout out to Wizkid because he did it first. Cool. Starboy, cool. The number one thing that I get, no matter what it is, like whether it's a show, whether it's a song, whether the way I move or whatever, people always either call me a star or they say Starboy, or you can tell that this kid is a superstar. Like that's the number one compliment that I get. I don't get you're hard or this. Nah, like you are gonna be a star or he is a star. That's just all I hear. And it was just becoming way too common. Like as I'm getting older and going through my career, and I'm just hearing Starboy. My comments, Starboy, oh you're a star. He's a star. Like it just stuck, and I just took it. But obviously, I'm always gonna acknowledge that Wiz done it first. But he's in a situation where, not even a situation, but he's in an era of his life where he's gone to the big Wiz. That's his name now. Innit? So if he's willing to pass it on to me, you get what I mean? But
Take the number 10. Take
I'm
it.
just waiting for the day where he knows about it and he doesn't feel like I stole it from him because I'm
Yeah.
still paying my homage the same way.
Yeah.
So shout out to Wiz, but right now the UK Starboy is Leo State Trio.
Oh wow. If there are 3 words that best describe Leo State Trio, what 3 words would those be?
Unorthodox,
Creative.
creative,
All right.
and unhinged.
And
Unhinged. I like that.
Unorthodox, creative, unhinged. Interesting. One last thing, though. I hear that UK boys love FC25, playing video games a lot. Does that is that who you are as well?
That used to be me, but not anymore.
What changed?
Life, I grew up very quick.
So what do you like to do at the moment? What would you consider a hobby when you're not making music or doing anything surrounding music?
You know, it's crazy. I don't really have no hobbies no more.
No,
Like,
you don't
I'm always
watch
just around.
anything.
No, like I'm usually either on TikTok or I'm just on the phone or I'm talking to my friends or you know what I mean. Like I don't do a lot anymore. I used to play games, play basketball, but now my mind's just always on music.
Wow.
I would understand that because you've said that one of your biggest fears would be either like falling off or being like a one-hit wonder and everything. So how do you handle, because how do you handle the pressure that must come with that type of thinking? Because you're constantly like, okay, I need to give it my all, I need to be on roll, and you've literally just started. So how do you first of all ensure longevity, and second of all, how do you handle the pressure that comes with that?
Ensuring longevity. First of all, my team.
Okay.
Having a team that will always keep me going no matter what. 2, making sure that this is truly what I want to do.
Okay.
Because you can't live off of motivation. You know what I mean? If I'm actually hungry and really disciplined to do this stuff, then I can make it work. But motivation comes and goes. Discipline is really needs to be enforced in order for it to carry on for a long time. So I feel like it's just that hard work. And obviously I'm human. You can get caught in the lifestyle and the jewels and all of this stuff, but it's like having a team and strong people around you that will show you that, hey, the job's not finished.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And it's like, yeah, man, falling off, I can't let that happen. But to be honest, as I've been more and more in the industry, like, what is falling off when you really think about it? Because it's like, cool, let's say you used to get like, if we're talking numbers, because that's what people like to dictate is falling off these days. Let's say you get 500 streams, for example, right? You have a hit that does 10 million streams. Now, the song after that does 3 million streams. You haven't really fallen off because you went from your normal being that 500 to it being 3 million.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like, what really is falling off? But me, just as a whole, it's just I can't slow down. My goal is to be in everyone's faces at all times. You know what I mean? Whether it's your For You page, whether it's through features, whether it's anything that I need to do, I'm going to do it because these days artists don't do what they need to do in order to be as big as they need to be. And I'll be the one to do it.
I love
All
that
right.
for you, and I think that you're doing a great job so far. So well done. And before we let you go, you need to teach us one UK slang. Don't teach us any popping one that we can just normally hear in like Top Boy.
Teach us the one
Or
that we
teach
can
us the
say on
one
radio
that
too, though.
yeah. So one slang.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Or something you like to say then.
I say a word called hubadar a lot. Like
What?
a lot.
Say-
Hubadar.
Hubada.
So that's basically like, I don't know how to explain it. Hubadar is like, I'm trying to put it into words. Like I can give you an example.
Okay.
Cool. Let's say me and you are gossiping us about somebody. And then the person walks in. I might say hubadar as a signal to like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if the person walks in or something like that. Or let's say we're talking about him right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I might be like, hey, like, don't be hubadar, but look at the way he's dressed.
Okay, so don't do too much.
Yeah.
Just like
And
low
don't
key.
Yeah.
obvious or big, like, just
Yeah.
be, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Keep it low key.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.